Hey guys, welcome back to another Disney's Magic Kingdoms game live stream, and yes, the second one of the day. Holy moly, I can't believe I'm doing this one right now. I was definitely not planning to, but of course, right when I get off and I'm working on my thumbnail for the Baby Kingdom, all of a sudden, DMK posts on a Saturday. Yes, a Saturday. They never post on Saturday. And yeah, gave us the middle piece to the stained glass clue. So, a lot of us were sort of guessing it was either going to be between Pocahontas or Coco. So it was kind of up in the air. The music notes sort of around the stained glass really sort of kind of pointed to it being Coco, but then again, a lot of us were kind of unsure about that just because there was the compass on it as well. So it was pointing to different directions, and we were like, what? But now I think it kind of makes sense based off of this middle clue. Now, otherwise I would have said it doesn't make any sense at all, the having the compass or symbols there, but it makes sense now that things have kind of finally started being put together for us. So I'm not going to spend too long kind of getting into things. I'm just sort of going to dive right into everything. We're going to talk about it. Now, I know I do need my predictions now, pretty much 150% for Coco, so that is still the plan for a little bit later on tonight, so you guys should have that by tomorrow morning. If I can get it done tonight, then awesome, but we will have to see. I still have to do Baby Kingdom after this, no matter what. But yeah, I really just want to go on quickly and kind of just talk about what we saw. Now, it doesn't confirm Coco 150%, I guess. We just know it's something to do with, I guess I want to say Epcot's Mexico Pavilion. That is sort of the only thing that I can say for sure. Based off of the coordinates that they did give us. So the coordinates, what was it? Oh gosh, I left my device in the room. I did, didn't I? Fail. Disney girl failed. I'll see if I can pull it up quickly here. It was like it was what, 28. You guys can obviously help me out if you guys. Anyways, the coordinates pretty much. I thought I had Instagram on my iPad, but it's not there. Okay, whatever. You guys will fill it in for me. But the coordinates led to the Mexico Pavilion, or at least that's sort of our thought process. And if that is the case, then I think, like, I kind of had thought we have enough time for a limited time event before we kind of get into having the next tower challenge or next permanent content update. So we were kind of thinking Lady and the Tramp in November before Frozen. That may not happen. If it doesn't, then maybe we're looking at the earliest, then after that would be February around Valentine's Day. So we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens with that. But Frozen, I don't think they're going to ignore that in November. So we're going to be kind of gearing it. So it usually makes sense that we have permanent content, or we have a limited time event sort of right after a tower challenge. It's usually what happens. We've only had one exception before to that rule. And that pretty much was this past summer, just with all the Toy Story stuff and all the leaderboard things and Aladdin and Lion King coming out so close together. They kind of just surprised us, and anyway, it was a little bit unusual this summer just because we had two big movie releases and there were two tower challenges so close together. But now we're looking at having enough time to squeeze in a limited time event. So Coco, it does make sense that it would be Coco, just because November 1st, I believe it is the Day of the Dead. Now, I don't know a whole lot about all of that, guys, so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I do believe it is November the 1st. So, yeah, pretty crazy, not gonna lie, pretty wild. Yes, we did see the Day of the Dead colors in the actual stained glass. That was pretty obvious. And I think that's that. I mean, it could have also been the colors that we've seen from Pocahontas as well, and I think that was what the big confusion was. But again, like, the music notes were really gearing to Coco. At least that's sort of what I'm thinking. Now, there is kind of that other option, though, of having the the three caballeros, like that's still a possibility. However, I doubt they're gonna put that as permanent content in the kingdom right now. It just doesn't really make sense with the timing and everything. So again, I feel like it's going to be Coco, but obviously having the Mexican pavilion does open the door to adding those characters a little bit later on. Now, Donald is part of that, and he is going to be available. Well, he is available, but his outfit, I guess, or his costume would be available a little bit later. So I think kind of the goal, guys, is if you are a smaller kingdom, maybe you want to try and think ahead and think to the expansion sort of in and around the Mexico pavilion. So again, looking at another costume for Donald Duck. And if that's the case, you definitely want to have him in your kingdom just in case they do put it in, I don't know, in a leaderboard event or something, and then it gets all messed up and you have to try and get it, and if you don't have them, you can't get it. So it's always a little bit tricky there. I'm going to do a couple shout outs now to you guys for coming back for the second live stream. So we got Adam, Maya, Rainbow, Call Me, Dash, Christian, Daniel, Kat, Becky. Oh, here they all come. Tesco. I was just waiting for it to load. Melissa. Hey again, guys. Thank you so much for coming back here. So the coordinates, guys, were posted on DMK's Instagram page. So those coordinates at first, I was thinking that maybe it had something to do with our kingdoms. That was my first thought. They have done something like this before where they were like, oh, go here or whatever. It was like a bit of a treasure map thing. But I was thinking, okay, if we were going in terms of our kingdom, it was what, 28 and then 81 or something. I know point, blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like irrelevant, I think. But I thought, okay, so 28 wouldn't be that much. So maybe it would go up to the Mickey and Friends, or I call it Mickey and Friends statue, but I know it's partners. So Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse here. And then it was like, go west. So I'm thinking, I know the kingdom, you guys think, oh, well, technically you'd be going more east because you're going more right-ish on like the actual screen. But I'm thinking of the kingdom as being like, okay, so if north is when you walk through the gate, right? And then west would be when you so it would be going left when you get to the partner statue, which would then take us sort of into our Big Thunder Mountain area, which makes total sense. And then basically that super long distance, that would take us all the way to the back here. Now, we know this isn't Coco. Like, I don't care what anybody says, that is not Coco here. I'm sorry, this has always, to me, been Aladdin. I mean, if you're going to say it's anything other than Aladdin, then we're probably looking at Emperor's New Groove. But Emperor's New Groove already has an area in and around over here, which is what I thought was Atlantis at first, but I hadn't seen Emperor's New Groove at the time. So I'm kind of going, I don't know what other movie it could be a part of besides Aladdin. It's always been Aladdin land for me. And basically it would take us here. So I was thinking, okay, so maybe it's the river bend, and I was thinking, okay, well, there's the boat there, but they haven't unlocked the land to us. And Marc-Andre had said they weren't giving us any more land, for probably the next update or two. So I was like, okay, so how does that work? It obviously can't be that they're giving us land. So that was where I was really confused with it, being Pocahontas, I think, right? When we got the coordinates, I was like, all right. But then obviously typing it into Google, it is the exact sort of coordinates in real life to do with the Mexico Pavilion. So if that's the case, then we are looking at most likely a Coco limited time event. Now, if we get a Coco limited time event, we are going to be getting 7 new characters. Most likely 3 attractions at least. Usually they give us 4, but as of the Finding Nemo event, they didn't give us any decorations, and they only gave us 3 attractions. So I don't exactly know what their game plan is. So it'll be 3 or 4 attractions. And then they'll give us at least 2 concession stands, and then 1 usually from a previous event. They didn't do that for us to buy with gems last time. It was just like a special reward. I hope they don't do that this time. Never know, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so that's kind of where it's at in terms of characters, attractions, and concessions. Decorations, we don't know if they're going to add any or not. I would hope they would, because there's so many you could do for this. And you know what? I missed the attractions last time for Finding Nemo. The decorations. I missed not having the decorations in the Finding Nemo limited time event. So I really do hope that they add them for Coco, which would be fantastic. Do you guys have any other thoughts here on, it not being Coco? Like, are we all in sort of agreement right now that it's going to be Coco based off of, like, everything we've seen, the stained glass, the coordinates? Again, the stained glass is super weird for Coco, to be honest. I don't know. I guess that kind of went back to, I believe it was Melissa's question of, like, 2 collections together. I don't think so, but if they were going to, then, I guess this would be it, right? And it wouldn't be Coco necessarily. It would be like mixing Mickey and Friends, and then obviously the 3 Calaveras. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually do, but I am going to be working on the Coco. I already have the characters and stuff like that sort of laid out. So I am going to be sharing that with you guys right now, actually. Unless there are any questions or people think it's not Coco. Danton is excited about the new content. Bruno thinks it's Coco. Where can you get the Disney keys? Oh, Disney keys you get at the Disney store. When you make a purchase, it depends on where you are, but I believe, like, where I am, I think it's now, it used to be any purchase, but I think they changed it recently to like $10 or more on like the day they release them. It's not all the time. Or you can show up to the store before it opens and wait, and if there's no kids, unless you are a kid, and actually go ahead and get the opening key from the store. That's the only way you can get keys, as far as I know, unless you're going for like big giant Kingdom Hearts keys to put on your wall behind you. I'd love one of those, but yeah. Anyway, who the heck is Coco? Cindy, Coco is a movie, so look it up. Definitely Google it. If you type in Coco, it'll come up. The main character in that is Miguel, but Coco is his great grandma, and would it be his great grandma? Yeah, it would be his great grandma, and basically it's kind of in and around her, I suppose. Well, mostly Miguel, but I guess it's all kind of leading back to getting Coco's memory back. So yeah, it's quite cool. I really like it. It's a very colorful movie. Very colorful. It's so fun. I am surprised though that they're having another Pixar event this year. They've already done quite a few, so yeah. No, Coco doesn't die. Oh, you mean like, sorry, not Coco does, but we never actually see that happen. Sorry, I thought you meant Miguel. I was like, what? I read it as Miguel, but Coco I said. But you said Coco. Anyway, point is, Coco dies, but she's reunited with her parents, which is essentially kind of the whole point, right? And actually the most exciting actual part. So Coco will be in the kingdom for sure. How she appears in the kingdom will vary 150%. I don't think she's going to be the last character in that collection. That will most likely be Miguel himself, just because he's kind of that main character there sort of throughout the story. But it's good. Coco, his great-grandma actually does pass, again, just because she is reunited with her parents. Now, Coco's actual role in the film isn't that much, right? But it's sort of centered in and around her remembering people, right? So, or one particular person mostly. No, I'm not trying to give spoilers. It's more just like, the main character is Miguel, and Coco is his great-grandma. And it's not totally made clear unless you're, like, really paying attention to, all of the family pictures and everything like that. So, I mean, they kind of say it, but I don't speak Spanish, so, it was a little bit more work for me to kind of get there, but it's fine. It's not that difficult. Inside Out would be amazing. I do hope they add that next year for sure. Yeah, so it's in November. Okay, I thought it was November 1st, but I thought the Day of the Dead was November 1st. But, anyways, it's in November, which is pretty cool. And I think that's why we are going to be starting the event. Most likely, guys, October the 16th, 17th, because the 18th we get the Alice in Wonderland Legendary Chest. And if that's the case, that Alice in Wonderland is going to be the secondary storyline, that means we have some work to do. And it means that the event starts like 24 to 48 hours before we get that chest. So that's why I'm guessing it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. Most likely Thursday, but just in case, right? I forget. I always think it's 24 hours, but I think it was a little bit more than that this past time. Can't quite remember. I'm sure you can rent it somewhere for sure. Yeah, no, it's worth seeing. Absolutely, it's cute. It's a very cute movie. Um, we thought the same about Nemo and Dory, but Nemo was first. Yeah, and the easiest character. It is possible, right? But I mean, who then would you add as the last character, right? And I think it was a little bit different with finding Nemo slash Dory, right? Dory was the second last character there. But I think it was a little bit different just because we've already found Nemo and we've already found Dory. So I guess when you think about it, it had to be find somebody else if they want to kind of keep our attention, right? I just figured it would be either finding Nemo or Dory, and the Tower Challenge would be, the other sort of film. So I figured Finding Nemo would be first, and then Tower Challenge would be more based off of Finding Dory, right? Because again, really the only character that they did during that Finding Nemo event that was from Finding Dory was Hank. So I think this time, it's going to be interesting what they do. But yeah, we kind of have to think of a bit of a storyline with it. I don't know if I don't think I have a storyline yet. Yeah, and then the big question is there really going to be a costume for Miguel? Is he going to be the one that gets a costume? Or are we going to get something a little different and then maybe it's Dante? And Dante will be the one getting the costume, which is his dog if you guys haven't seen it. Or spirit guide as it's referred to a couple times in the film. But yeah, I think that maybe we'll get him as having the actual costume if we get one. Maybe we won't, and then maybe that'll be a good way to add, a different collections costume or just not have one. We have had events where we haven't had costumes before, so it is possible that we won't. But that final character definitely then will be a lot more difficult. So that kind of poses the, the bit of the problem there for sure, about like what we're actually going to be getting for that. So I'm not sure about the whole storyline for sure what they're going to do in the kingdom, but it'll definitely be interesting for sure to see what direction they go. Miguel could get his skeleton costume, so that's what I was thinking is that, we'll see him more in his original costume. He'll have his like red sort of zip up, and he'll have his hood. Well, I don't think he'll have his hood up, but I think he'll kind of wear that. And then maybe if he's the skeleton, maybe he'll take it off, and it'll just be him in a tank top. Not sure. We know obviously with the sort of skeleton costume makeup. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I feel like it could be. I feel like Dante would be again the other sort of possibility there. My first thought was definitely Dante, just because Miguel's one quest could be pretending to be dead or something, right? Or a skeleton, just because I'm sure there's going to be a quest, walk like a skeleton. It might even be a 60-minute one, and he'll, try and walk like Hector a little bit. So I do think that we will definitely be seeing a lot of quests with the two of them, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, so Dante has, I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but Alebriguez. So yeah, basically he'll just be totally decked out. It'll be amazing. All right, let's talk about the characters besides Miguel and Dante. I'm thinking we're going to get Mama Imelda. I think she's definitely gonna be a big part of it. She could even be possibly the first character that we get into the kingdom, right? So I think it would be great this time if she could come first. Just because too, I remember at the beginning of Coco, like that was the whole thing, is she couldn't cross the bridge, right? So if this time she's the one that starts it off, that would make sense in terms of a storyline, right? So just kind of in keeping with how they've been doing things about changing up like the actual order from the film, I think it would make sense that we start with her. And then again, start like she can go searching, obviously, for if it's Miguel, then it'll be that. Um, the other thing, though, it could be is the last character could end up being Ernesto de la Cruz. So pretty much he's like the villain. So if they want to add the villain last, which they have done in the past, absolutely. I would say kind of the big one that I can think of offhand. I mean, there's been a lot of them, but I would definitely, like, my first event was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So if we're going to looking at a villain being last, it's going to be kind of like that. And the evil queen was for Snow White. So again, I think it would be Ernesto then. So yeah, I don't think he'll start us off. I definitely don't think that. And I don't think he would be a premium personally. I think if they are going to do premiums, then we could be looking at Dante if he doesn't get a costume. And then, I don't know, maybe Mama Coco or else Pepita, I guess, is the other option. I don't really have any sort of additional kind of characters. Like, I kind of came up with 7 and then that was that. I mean, there are obviously other ones you could add, but I think the 7 are a bit obvious to me. So yeah. Oh, face cam froze. Sorry, guys. Is that better? Is it good? Thank you for letting me know. Let me know if it's working. Yeah, I think Dante for sure is gonna end up being Gems. Yeah, it makes sense. Hopefully we're up and moving again, but yeah, I'll let you guys kind of fill me in on what's happening. It looks like I'm moving on my end, but yeah. Good times. Good times. Oh, it works. Good. Thank you. So, yeah, do you guys kind of agree with me on that? With Mama Imelda sort of starting us off with the event? Um, Yeah, so Rapunzel's comfy costume, just to address that, I still think it's going to be next week. I don't think that's really changed. The only thing that's changed in the last 2 days, I guess, for me, or maybe it's 3 now, is that I guess my only thought process change would be uh, that we're not getting the costume sort of in 2 chunks of fabrics, or we're not getting Rapunzel as being one leaderboard and then her costume being another. We're just getting it like straight up, like, this is it. This is your chance. This is your opportunity, and that's it, right? So that'll be next week for sure. We're looking probably at 5 to 7 days for that. I'm hoping not 7. I think that's a little bit long. I don't think it's going to be shorter than 5 days, just because it is such a big deal. The minimum would be 3. Absolutely. I don't think they can do any less than that for such a big item. I would love for it to be like personally, it would be cool though if they just were like, okay, you have 24 hours, go for it, try and get it, and it wasn't overly difficult. I kind of liked this one because it was like you know, we can get to 60 and pretty quickly, and then that's it. You don't really have to worry about it, unless you want to do well on the leaderboard, right? Like, I'm cool if I'm in the top 500, absolutely, and it looks like I'm gonna be there for sure. So I'm totally fine. Like, I don't care if I'm in the top 100. It's one extra blueprint and one extra bronze chest. So still get the trophy, still get stuff, not a big deal. And even if I was over 500, it's still good. Like, if you're in the top 1,000, you're pretty golden, I guess I would say. Absolutely. The event title could be Save Memories from Get Lost Forever. I don't know. I feel like it would be something like, you know, I never say it right, so I apologize. But Isla de Muerto, so like basically Day of the Dead. So it would basically just be that sort of in the, as the like event title. I think that would be cool. Yeah, so as I said, Miguel, and then Dante is premium. Mama Imelda to start us off. Hector, obviously we need him. I think he'll be, you know, maybe the second character in. I think that would be pretty cool. Then Mama Coco, I think she could be the other premium. Now, whether Dante or Mama Coco goes first, well, who knows? And then I'm thinking Pepita would be cool. I think Pepita would be amazing. Now, Pepita could be the other premium. She could be, or not she, sorry, he, because his spirit guide could be the first premium, and then Dante could be the second. Having Pepita in the kingdom would be so cool. Like, you would think maybe Pepita shouldn't be, but he does have a pretty big role when you think about it, sort of in the grand scheme of things. You know, for actually finding Miguel. So, I don't know. I think it would be quite cool if that was the first premium. And then we could throw Mama Coco in there somewhere else. Or else Dante not be premium and then have Mama Coco as premium as the second character there. So that'd be cool. The title could be Mi Familia. That's possible. Or Remember Me. Yep, absolutely. I mean, all of those titles would be great. Is Coco the new event? It certainly looks that way. Certainly looks that way. Well, okay, hang on one sec, guys. I don't know if I'm seeing all the chat here. Hang on. I'm just going to refresh my page. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Just one sec. Okay, here. Yeah, I was not getting all the chat. What's going on, guys? Try and keep it happy, positive. Things are good. It doesn't look like, Becky, it's going to be Pocahontas, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping it would be, but I mean, I'm totally happy with Coco as well. That was the other option I really wanted earlier this year, so I'm glad it's here. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Absolutely fantastic. Comfy costume for Pocahontas. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen just yet, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit for that. I was hoping they were gonna add it just because they kind of got us a bit excited with Rapunzel and all of that, and Snow White. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Yeah, the last puzzle piece is like 28-ish degrees north and then about 81 degrees west. So that does lead us to Epcot's Mexico Pavilion. So I am thinking that would be cool as one of the attractions. It wasn't one of the attractions when I initially did my predictions and stuff like that. I figured it would be more specific to the Coco film. But thinking about it, I guess, a little bit more now, it is definitely possible to add the Mexico Pavilion in. I would have just assumed maybe that the Mexico Pavilion would have just had its own, like, spot in the kingdom, you know? Like, it would have been a permanent attraction maybe or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're going to be getting the Mexico Pavilion. Absolutely. And I think they do need to have, the Land of the Dead or something like that, whether it's going to be, just the bridge or whether it's actually going to be a city itself, because in the movie that's super cool. So it'll kind of depend. The other thing that they could do, I don't think they will, but I think maybe it would be a decoration, is more of like a statue or a tune that's sort of related to um, Dela Cruz. So we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens there. But that's kind of what I'm thinking for sure. Pocahontas could be permanent, but I doubt it. I think Merida has a higher chance of being permanent than Pocahontas. Yeah, no, nobody's confirmed whether it's Pocahontas, Coco, or I mean there's also too the talk of permanent content for the Three Caballeros. So again, it's not confirmed for sure, but if we're kind of looking at things in terms of time and stuff like that, it does look like that's what's happening. We have enough time for a limited time event and everything. It is going through the Day of the Dead, which is at the beginning of November. It totally times up perfectly. It's in and around Halloween. It's literally the perfect event for right now. So if they were going to add it at any time of year, it would be now. And that was something I didn't take into consideration before, guys, is I didn't realize, I guess, that it was at the beginning of November, which was the Day of the Dead. If I had kind of realized that, then I probably would have said all along it was going to be Coco. So it's just like, I don't know everything, right? But yeah, it definitely kind of seems that way. So no Inside Out this time. No, Inside Out, this is definitely not Inside Out. I can guarantee you that one. Pocahontas, you know what, guys? It's still possible it could come, but Frozen is most likely going to be at the end of November or mid to end of November. It's possibly into December. Just kind of depends on how long they make it. If it's going to be a tower challenge, it'll only be about 15 days, so just over 2 weeks. Now in December, I don't know if they'll choose Pocahontas or what they will do. Maybe they'll go with permanent content. That would be great. We could be maybe looking at a little bit of a break too, because I know there are still some people that post obviously on Facebook on DMK's page and is like, we need a break, we don't get a break. I mean, I enjoy the breaks, but at the same time, I enjoy my kingdom having something to do. I find when there is nothing to do, that's when, things sort of slow down and, we all kind of go, like, are they okay? Like, what are they doing? So, I mean, yes, things can move pretty quickly. I don't mind a couple of days between things. Like the tower challenge and this leaderboard, not having a couple of days, that to me was like, oh, okay. But because I think the reason for that was because they delayed the start date of Tower Challenge 8. Remember, guys, they had to delay it because there were too many complaints about people not getting the update and stuff like that. So they delayed it a couple of days. And that's why I think there was no break in between this time. They kind of have to make up for lost time. Their schedule is still there. They probably have 6 months to a year already planned. So, because they got to come up with all the graphics and stuff for all this. I'm sure it's no easy task. So yeah, it's overwhelming, absolutely. But the reason it feels a little bit more heavy at the moment is just because we literally had to change things around because people didn't get the update. That was update 33, just so you guys know. When are we likely to get the update? Well, it's going to be most likely after they do have the Rapunzel comfy costume. So we're probably looking at a live stream possibly early next week, or this coming week, sorry. And then the update will be next week. Yeah, so it'll all hopefully time up okay. We do know, obviously, that it's most likely the actual event's going to be between the 16th, 17th it's going to start, right? 16th to 18th in that range. The 18th, I don't think it's going to start just because the Alice in Wonderland chest, that secondary storyline. But we have to have the update probably by Friday, so the 11th, right? If they're not issuing the update out, then if people don't get it, we could have a problem. So most likely we're going to have the live stream maybe on the 8th. And that's why they posted on Instagram today, which they don't normally do on a Saturday. So they need to kind of, get that out to us ASAP and, kind of let us know what's up, what's going on, what are their plans. I think that definitely makes the most sense for sure. I'm sure you can get your progress back if you have your account information. You didn't need to be backed up to Facebook. As far as I know, it's just Game Center. That's how I've managed when I've broken devices and stuff like that. Game Center has been like a godsend that way. I know you can hook it through Facebook, but if you don't, well, it's not like Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. If you don't do that, there's no way you can back it up even if you have the ID. So you just kind of have to be careful with all of that, obviously. Try and link it to Facebook, but if not, then again, you should be able to get your content back. That would be just crazy. Gameloft has been pretty helpful in the past. They've maybe been a bit, I don't know, not as helpful lately to some of us, so I understand people's frustration with things. But again, you should be able to get your content back and just tell them, look, I want it back. Here's my game code. What do I have to do? They have it on file. So no matter what, they know what your progress is. I do know that much. So they can restore your game. It just, you got to tell them what you want, right? You just got to have your actual account ID. If you don't have that, you're doomed, right? So you need to have that for sure. And know roughly what level you're at and stuff, just in general, what characters you have. You don't need to know every character, but just have a general idea what you have in your kingdom. That it'll help you out because you'll be like, oh, I was, a level, what am I right now? I'm a 55, right? So it's if you know that you're around a 50, then they can look that up, right? And, roughly how much magic you had and gems. And if you've bought loads of legendary chests and things, don't give up on your games. Don't give up. Your comfy Aurora better be in the next update. I will complain. I agree. It's kind of weird that they could end up skipping Maleficent 2, Mistress of Evil. It just seems weird. But what might end up happening, guys, is if we are doing Coco instead, maybe with this update, so update 34, we'll get kind of a similar thing that we did with Rapunzel, because Rapunzel is permanent content, right? So let's hop down to Rapunzel. Oh, I passed it. I always pass Rapunzel. So Rapunzel, guys, is a permanent content collection, right? Just like Aurora is. And the thing is with these particular characters, they have to give us the leaderboard a little bit differently, right? Or not leaderboard, sorry, give the costume a little bit differently, either via leaderboard or we have to purchase fabrics in Merlin's shop. There's always going to be something when it comes to permanent content characters getting that. Now, if they're a limited time event like Anna and Elsa, they're going to most likely be Tower Challenge like we've seen in the past with Mulan. And we just saw it actually with Snow White, right? So I think that what might end up happening is Aurora is going to end up getting it just a little bit later. Oh, and we have our first super chat in the live stream today. Woo! Thank you so much, Elizabeth. She says, happy Saturday. Always love your streams. I think it will be Coco for October too. How about hearing Elizabeth Swan? Ooh, that is a fun one. So sorry if my impressions are a bit off, guys. I didn't mention it this stream, but I told you guys earlier, I have a bit of a cold. And yeah, it was a bit of a mess at the end of the last stream, but I managed to perk myself back up for a bit, so I feel pretty good. Got some more energy back. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Ooh, lines, guys. I don't think we have any lines for her at the moment. Is there something particular you want me to say, or just kind of wing it? Or I know some of you guys love putting in, Xavier, you love giving me those lines. I always think with Elizabeth, I'm like, okay, do I go kind of sweet or do I go kind of aggressive? Because she can be both, right? But from the first Pirates of the Caribbean to the last, I don't know, her personality is definitely very, very different. Absolutely. We have time to level up every day, 365 days a year. What? You level up a character daily. That's smart. Sometimes I do more than one, especially now with those scrolls. They're definitely very, very helpful. And thank you so much, Elizabeth, for being so sweet and keeping things positive. And like literally, thank you so much. You're the best. You guys are all the best, my mini kingdomers. You never watch Pirates of the Caribbean? Are you serious? What is wrong with you? No, I'm kidding. No, but seriously, how have you not watched that? It's so, so, so good. So good. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can totally just come up with this myself. I'll see if there's a good one here quickly. Otherwise, let's make something up. Ooh, there's even a fandom. Did you guys know that? Oh my gosh, this one's epic. See, this is what I was thinking, but like I couldn't remember the entire line perfectly. Oh, I need to bank this one. Okay. So this is actually from the first Pirates of the Caribbean film, so she's still quite innocent here, but I love it. She definitely knows how to manipulate pirates a little bit. Parley. I invoke the right of parley. According to the code of the brethren, set down by the pirates Morgan and Bartholomew, you must take me to your captain. Or the other one, oh gosh. I know this one. I know this one. Do you like pain? Try wearing a corset. Oh my gosh, so good. So good. I'm like, yep. Haven't had to wear one of those, but I imagine it would be quite brutal to breathe. You've only just seen Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh my gosh, you must be loving it right now. Especially this time of year. Disney Dream World would be kind of look like penguin dress up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Now, there is one thing, guys. I think I want to turn on to see if she does any sounds. Because usually I have to do my own sounds for this. I won't be able to do it today. But Snow White here. And I'm surprised nobody said anything during my videos about it. But the princess dressing room singing, come on. Come on, that was pretty good, right? Even though it's not really that... It was more movie-based, okay? It was solid. I'm not doing it today, but nobody said anything. All right, so Snow White, let's bring her back. And guess what? She's wearing her comfy costume. Yes, so pumped about this. Hopefully you guys are too, because now she is going to be maxed out. Maxed out. Best line ever. I know, right? Gosh, gotta love Elizabeth Swann. Here we go. Is she going to do it? No, she just went like this. She didn't actually say anything. They could have done that. That would have been so fun. Oh no. Of course, the dialogue had to do the thing. I'm not going to be able to do it that good today. I'm going to screenshot this for sure, and we're going to do it at some point. But I will I'll attempt now, but it's not going to be solid. Whew. Okay, Snow White is now level 10. La 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 la. I just had to sing a little song. I didn't do that high enough. Bear with me. Okay, so yeah, that was embarrassing. That was not high enough for her. Whatever. Okay, moving on. I need to get I should level him up at some point. Not gonna do it today, but like before the balancing changes come to that. Whoa, Li Shang needs some help. For sure. Frozen? What? Really? Why? No. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, well, let me know if it gets going again. Sorry, guys. I'll just wait and see if things are good. Are things good? Oh my gosh, it's still buffering. I have perfect connection. If I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can. If I refresh this or restart the stream, what will happen is that I will have to wait like probably about 15 minutes since I've already been on like over half an hour before I'd be able to go back on. So yeah, my camera's working just fine, guys. It is literally not me. It's YouTube. This is definitely YouTube. All the green lights are on my end, so. Are we moving? What's going on at the moment? I just refreshed my own page and I'm still moving just fine. Okay. Well, let me know, guys, what's happening here and what's exactly going on. Let me know if I'm still live. Like, can you guys even hear me, or is this like just a waste? At least let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm still moving, so I don't know. Oh, that's a shame. I was having so much fun. I don't even know if I'm working. I'm working? Oh my gosh, look at that. So did you guys miss the welcome screen then? Oh my gosh. If you guys missed the welcome screen, that would have been so crummy. Elsa unfroze us, yeah. Elsa froze YouTube. All right, let's go ahead and we'll test it out again, and we'll see. Maybe it was Snow White or Vanellope was glitching things. You know how it is, right? All right, so here is Pascal coming back into the kingdom here. So Pascal is now a level 4, guys. That took forever. You can hear me? Oh, good. Very happy. You guys missed it? You guys missed all of the stuff with the comfy? No. No. What? That's like the worst thing to ever happen, like ever. And that was the last time I can show it because she's maxed out now. Oh no. I'm so sad. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It was still playing just fine for me, and then yeah. Did anybody see it? Did anybody see it? And like I don't have any recording then of it if it didn't record on here, so Because, like, I can't game record my screen, like, separately while I'm streaming, so it's kind of messed up. Yeah, no. Did you guys see Pascal at least? You should be a ventriloquist. My mouth still moves, though, when I talk. I don't know if I could do that. I'd probably start laughing. Oh, okay. Well, I need to level up somebody else now. Dumbo's not ready, so I need to choose somebody cheap, not Shere Khan, guys, because, like, he's just insane. I don't even want to go near him. But I need somebody to go pretty long. I could do Kristoff, but I want to kind of stick... I want to stick with Alice, but Alice, I can't do anything. We kind of explored that a bit earlier. Still kind of collecting for all the characters and stuff, so... It is going to be a little bit before I can do those guys. I'm hoping I'll be able to do at least one this coming week. Like maybe the White Rabbit would be good. That would be nice. If we could get him kind of up and going. I guess the March Hare maybe would be another possibility because his are uncommon. Alice is rare, so she might be a little longer, especially for her ears hats and stuff like that. So I'll have to kind of make sure I make that a little bit of a priority there. Lilo and Stitch, make sure you don't send them out like on any 24-hour quest when this leaderboard is done, because yeah, definitely we'll need those most likely for the Rapunzel costume. So that kind of leaves us with other Moana characters. Finding Nemo, I did Marlin earlier, so a no. Princess and the Frog, I think. I only have 2 more characters to go. Wreck-It Ralph is the same. I'm done Big Hero 6, Lilo Stitch. Winnie the Pooh still has some, but meh. I know I still need to do some work with Aladdin, but I just don't think they're going to be useful right now. Mulan, all of that. The collection I had wanted to do to finish off was Wreck-It Ralph, because there's no like costumes or anything. So we could do Spam Lee if you guys want, or else we can do... Fix It Felix Jr. I mean, I know I still have like Flower and things like that to do, but I wanna kind of go with Wreck-It Ralph. I'm feeling Wreck-It Ralph-ish right now. Since Vanellope glitched me, I couldn't do have a thing for a ventriloquist because my mouth moves. So unless I hold it like in front of me, well, what's the point of that? It's not really ventriloquism. Mulan, I don't want to do Mulan because I still need her warrior and her comfy, so she has 2 more levels to go, and I want both of those level ups to be with her costumes. So otherwise I would have finished up that collection already. Okay, so a lot for Felix. YouTube logged you out. Oh no. YouTube problems, I guess, right? It happens. Nothing's perfect. A lot of you guys want Felix, so I'm thinking Felix is the way to go here. So we needed 100 Wi-Fi tokens to max him out. 40 of his, obviously, golden magical hammer, and 35 of his ears hats, plus 32,700 magic and 24 hours of our time. So there we go. Do them both. You guys want me to do both? It's just so much magic. I've been really debating on the magic thing. Do you guys think I should do 2? You're going to need to work on Mulan for the upcoming Tower Challenge. Yeah, but I think what I'm going to do, though, is wait, even if she's not as high. I don't think I care that much. I can make it work. I have Li Shang and Mushu. They're quite high, though. Oh, YouTube crashed for you? Yeah, it happens sometimes. Mulan. So I don't have anybody maxed out. Oh, they're pretty cheap. Definitely pretty cheap. I just don't think it's like, I just don't have Cricky. That's what's going to slow me down. So yes to do Spam Lee then, to finish up Wreck-It Ralph, and then I'll be done for forever. Oh my god. Well, until they add like Turbo or anybody else. There's still a lot of characters they can do, right? Max out Kristoff instead. Yeah, I could max him out too. I already did Felix. Felix is already on the go, so we just started him. The last character in Wreck-It Ralph is Family, so I guess Family makes sense, right? And then we don't have to worry about it. His actual welcome screen is quite cool with the animations, with like, it's like, I don't know, his internet spam cards. I don't exactly know what they are. His like pop-ups, I guess. Yeah, pretty insane. Your poor magic. Yeah, I know, but it's not horrible. Like, I don't know. I see some do it, some don't do it, so it's about 50-50 there. So for Spamly, we did need 100 Wi-Fi. We need 40 of his like little card things. I forget what they're called. And then 40 of his ears hats. Yeah, so about the same actually as Felix. So 32,700 and then 24 hours of our time. Holy craziness. Oh, yes, his welcome screen's awesome. So cool. Do it? Okay. You would give me 500,000 magic if you could? I wish you could too. Oh, he's still got 22 minutes. All right. Well, he can go in 22 minutes, then it's not really going to delay me that much. But what I can do to get myself prepped, I'm going to buy another scroll here. It's only 22 minutes. It's not a big deal. And then I can work on collecting some more magic, which I'm going to need anyways. Ooh. Okay, so Snow White only has the one quest in the dressing room, guys, so enjoy some treats. That's all she has. So some of the princesses have more than one quest. So one, like, they'll go inside, and others, there'll be actual animations. And you're kidding me. Snow White doesn't have animations in the dressing room? What? I hope that's a joke. What? 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 No. No. This can't be happening right now. Oh my gosh. Why not? There was nothing in the news about it, was it? No. Oh my gosh, she's supposed to sit there and do her like little thing. Okay, well, you want to talk about depressing? Yeah, I'm serious. I am dead serious. You cannot see any animations. We only did once. I know, how is that possible? And the sad part is the animations, guys, when I did it, she had her back to us in the kingdom. I know I got a clip to show you guys up close, but yeah, like, otherwise I would have never got to see it. That's so dumb. So dumb.
The last thing I need is a lost toy. Now let's go catch some bandits.
DMK's the bandit, Woody. Go catch him.
Can I bring my sheep?
He's like, we're time to go catch some bandits. That's DMK today. It's got, the princess dressing room has to be a level 3. Are you kidding me right now? Why? Since when do they make attractions not show animations unless... What? Okay. This game sometimes, man. I don't know what to say. I know, it's the saying, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. WTF. That's how ridiculous this is. I almost wish then she didn't even have the quest, because then at least we could ask for it. So you're telling me, I just want to get this straight. So you're telling me when it comes time to upgrading the broomstick graveyard, Jack and Sally aren't going to necessarily have that cute quest up on top of the hill then, where they're hugging each other and all that nice warm fuzzy stuff? You're telling me that's not going to happen, or Jack's not going to serenade the moon or things like that until you've upgraded the attraction? Like, what's the fun in that? Enchanting attractions is just a way to distract us from the whole fact that, you know, leveling up characters for people that have played since day one and like have maxed out everybody basically. So that's all they're doing, is giving us something else to do. But you can't even collect the relics. I'm just gonna show you guys something, okay? You want to talk about those relics, the tangled relics? I have not got one. Not one. And you guys know how much I play. I have not got one. So I haven't even been able to, like, enchant this attraction to start collecting for Pascal's dress to help me out here. Like, and I couldn't have collected them before the update or anything. Like, there was no way to do it. So I guess there goes my wish of them actually removing their mistake and doing enchantments. Hashtag disappointment. A 3? Like, I don't even have enough yet. And how are other people supposed to be able to do that? I just want to know. Like, even if I was at a 3, it's just like, what about everybody else in the world that plays? There's a lot of players out there. Yeah, I haven't bought any enchantment chests. That might... I mean, I just not going to spend my gems on that. They're just too high. Like, I don't even care what attraction's in there or how much money I actually have. Even if I was, like, super loaded and had $1 billion, would I go ahead and buy those? No, I would not. Because I just think it's a bit of a... It's a bit of a spam. Like, it's total spamly doing it there, right? And like, I remember they had, was it in the last like couple months, they had that, I think it was back to school sale on them, and it was like, they had the chest like, oh, it was still like 50 gems or something like that. I was like, really? Like, that's not really much of a sale. That's really probably what they should have been to begin with, but even still, that's pretty high. Like, if you're not spending real money in the game, then you're not going to get the attractions. And even if you are, it's just like, there's no bundle for them. Maybe there will be on special occasions, but yeah. Oh, well. It's all good. Nothing I can do about it. Except collect magic, which is essentially the entire point. Get magic, spend magic, make more magic, right? At least my kingdom's pretty. I wonder what's going to happen, though, when we get all of the relics released to us. What's going to happen to us? Are we just all going to... Are we going to survive here with the attractions, like, dropping character tokens or whatever? Because, like, they haven't even released that many collections yet, and, you know, we can't necessarily get all the relics we need. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. You wasted your money on it. Did you at least get anything good from it? Like, did you get a special chance reward of the attraction or something? Yeah, okay, so you don't see yourself buying it, attraction enchantment chest either, eh? Yeah. At some point, they have to let characters drop the relics. That's interesting. That, you know what, the other thing I was thinking about was actually having at least one attraction in a collection at like its like zero sort of enchantment there, having it drop relics for us. So for example, if we had Rabbit's house, right, it would allow us sort of before we enchanted it all, it would have maybe a, even if it's a legendary chance to drop the relic, at least we know every X amount of hours that we're going to be able to have a chance to get it, right? Again, they don't have to make it super easy for us. They can make it as hard as they want. But essentially, if it can come from an attraction we don't have to enchant, I could see that helping. Because as you guys know, like to enchant certain attractions, like from a 1 to a 2, it's not that much. But I guess like when you go 2 to 3, it's a lot. Well, I guess it depends on the attraction. I remember I just did Donald's boat, and that one there, it was like 60 some relics or whatever for Mickey and Friends. So that's a lot. That's a lot of relics. And at first, relics weren't the problem. It was blueprints, but they've started including those in like the calendar and stuff. I don't think there's any. Oh yeah, we can see one here. So we can see 3 common blueprints. So we're getting some there, but we're not seeing any like relics yet. So maybe that'll be something that happens. Actually, tomorrow I get an attraction enchantment chest for free. I would like Splash Mountain, please. That would be nice. Special chance reward. We will see what happens. You hope you get a villain chest. That would be cool. I hope we get a chest for the comfy costumes. That would be good. But no special chance reward. Just scratch that entire idea. It's not good, just like the attraction enchantments. Like, it's a cool idea, you know, to be able to collect additional character tokens and stuff. Like, it's a good idea, right? But there's just not enough. Like, they made the requirements too high, and I think over time they'll see that. They won't now, but I think in time we'll start to see that there'll be some balancing things, or they'll have to give us more, right? So out of the chest, maybe we'll get 5, you know, relics instead of 2 every time, you know? So I think things like that might help. Congrats on getting Princess Dressingham to a level 1. That's good. You bought them for the Ralph relics. Yeah, I think that's the gimmick though. Buy it for the relics. I need one more. I don't even have any chests to find. That's sad. That's sad. And now our kingdom can only store 3 at a time instead of 4, which is also sad, but I guess that's life in the kingdom. I can't believe they did that though for animations. Like, even if my attraction was there, it's just like, why? And it's so high. It's not even like, oh, once you can collect glitch fabrics. Dingle Hopper value. I think so. I always get some of them wrong. I know I have a list now, but I don't have them in front of me offhand. The problem is there's too many like little notes I need to have. It's like I need like something to be just look it up, or something like a robot or someone look it up for me as I go. It's just like, oh, here, look. Woo! Doing good so far. It's hard to get relics. Yeah, I agree. Moana. I think we need to change her out of her comfy, guys, just because I need... Oh, no, I don't want to send her home. Costume. For... Moana. Because this way, she's going to be able to collect flowers and all kinds of stuff. Otherwise, what just happened? Okay. Cool. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. It is not YouTube. This is the game. She's probably just on the other side of the wall walking, but it is quite amusing that it's glitching so much. Oh, wow. Geez, and I have like a pretty good, like I've got a really good device. It's not like that old or anything. Okay, let's keep going here. Ooh, oh good. They can actually do their quest together now. Question is, do I want them to do it right now? 7 in the morning. I have an appointment tomorrow, so no. I guess I'm better off waiting for that. It's like a 12-hour thing, so I'm better off waiting. Bruce! Hey, Bruce, hey! Oh. Oh, it's Donald's boat. How much time's left on that anyway? Roo! Oh my gosh. Forgot how cute he was. There's the boat. 4 hours, 17 minutes. I know, I'm interested to see how they do all of the costumes going forward. It is going to be very, very interesting. Yeah. But the focus is now going to be Coco. So I don't know. I would like them to unlock some land for us. That would be really great. Maybe this lot of land would be cool. They probably won't though, but if they do, that would be great. Then I don't have to clear out any section of my kingdom because it's just starting to look pretty and stuff. But maybe guys, I was thinking about this earlier, is that if they do add Coco, I think the one section of my kingdom that I wouldn't mind getting rid of, not getting rid of, but like moving or removing out of the kingdom for now until we get more land, would be like my little Pirates of the Caribbean thing I got going on. Maybe I can get rid of like Chippendale's treehouse. It's not really doing anything. Even though I love it, I'll put it back in when we get Splash Mountain in like 100 years. And Pirates of the Caribbean, as much as I like it, it doesn't belong here. It doesn't all fit. And I need the room, right? So this wouldn't be a bad section of land because I feel like the color scheme might go nicely with Winnie the Pooh and then Nightmare Before Christmas, right? So I feel like that might be the perfect collection to do a transition thing. I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like it would be amazing if they do that. Yeah. It's super cool. I don't know what they're waiting for at the land. I really don't know. I think they're waiting to slow progress down the game. I think it doesn't make it as fun when you can't put your stuff in. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm finding it maybe, guys, a little bit overwhelming to have so many things and not having places to put them. I feel really bad. And then two, the other thing is I'm like, what am I going to do now? Like I'm going to have to empty certain sections and then think of other ideas because they don't just give like land in one go. Like, you know, this section of land here, okay, I get maybe slowing this down a tad, but you know, for example, it's just like not giving us this here. Like I don't know what I'm now going to put there when it is available. Like I had an idea in mind before I unlocked this land and stuff, but now everything fits so well here. But I know this should go over here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna totally change things. And you know how long it took me last time I tried decorating my kingdom? It was like over 6 hours. So, I mean, I got a lot of, I think, complications in terms of kingdom design. And then now too, it's just like I got to deal with worrying about attraction enchantments to. I mean, before if it was just character token drops, I didn't care. But now I'm like, so you're telling me I can't see fun animations? That makes me sad. Like that's probably one of my favorite things about the game, besides like dialogue and stuff, is seeing the animations. But maybe if we look at it in a positive light, maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to see additional animations going forward with attractions when we do that. For example, Bambi's Ice Rink. It's this big giant attraction that does nothing. It has enough space on there for Bambi and Thumper at least to, glide around in a figure eight. So maybe in the future we could see something like that happen. I feel like maybe that's in preparation for it, because unless they add some other characters, but even still, those two should have had that quest there already. So yeah. The comfy list. Yeah, I have the comfy list. I just don't have it available. Do you think Flower should come in a bundle with the Forest Ice Rink attraction? And 10,000 Maleficent coins for a Frozen Tower challenge. It's kind of fitting. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know about the Maleficent coins, though. I don't think they'll add that. I think it would be cool if they did, an attraction like that with a character would be cool. Kind of like they do for Captain Hook and the Jolly Roger. But this time they gave you Captain Hook with no Jolly Roger. So those of you that wanted to spend the real money and stuff like that on just getting it, now you're going to have to spend elixirs. So, bit of a downfall there. But if you just want the character, whatever, and you want to save for elixirs, go for it. That's your business. But I know if I hadn't known that at the time and I had bought Captain Hook and then not gotten the Jolly Roger for just with the elixir shortage all the time, I feel like I would have been a bit sad, that I wouldn't have been able to get that. So I think it's definitely something to consider. They need to think carefully about how they do things. Flash comes to Zootopia Racetrack, so someone should come with, well, I guess it has to be Flower, right? But some sort of attraction needs to go with it, and it won't be in the meadow. There's not really anything else with Bambi, so yeah. Emoji Blitz, that's on the game list for next weekend when I do a whole bunch of different Disney games. I was not expecting to stream this much today. I just wanted to do the one. But yeah, that update thing, that totally threw me off guard there. Getting that final middle puzzle piece like that. So yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm actually quite excited. I hope they do have a really cool parade float, though. I think it will be really nice. And really good decorations this time, because they have so much of an opportunity. Is that for Mulan? Oh no, Mushu. So much of an opportunity to do so many cool decorations in this one. If they miss out on those this time, I'll be kind of sad too. So I hope they include a whole bunch of stuff. It'll be really great. Yes, there she is. And she's off to the internet. Obviously, she's probably posting. Such a cool attraction, guys. Such a cool attraction. I love it. It's kind of big, and it kind of looks random with the entire collection, but basically all those attractions are kind of random. And not random in terms of for the collection, but they don't match all of them. So it's a little bit interesting. Basically, you could just put those anywhere. That's kind of how I look at it. They kind of just do their own thing. But yeah. So yeah, next weekend's going to be really fun, because next weekend is going to be specifically for... specifically for the Disney games and stuff, and I'm just going to test them all out. I'll log in or whatever to check them out, but other than that, I'm not going to play any if I haven't touched them already. So there'll be some I've played, like DMK and Battle Heroes, and there'll be others that I haven't touched yet. So yeah, it'll be cool. Relaxing for 4 hours. Yeah, she's not relaxing anymore. Or she's relaxing so we can't see her. Too bad. The comfy Snow White requires level 9. Dressing room level 3. Sing a relaxing song 6 hours. Jeez. Alright, well, I'm not quite there yet, but that's alright. Ooh, there's Family, who I've been waiting for, who can go to level up now. Yeah. Hey, all right, time to level him up with one of those scrolls. So 24 hours, so 7:30 tomorrow. Wow, my timing's a bit messed up, but I will have to make a decision on whether I want to catch up with that time or not. So if I can get maybe a Finding Nemo character, not 16, that won't work. Need like an 8. Anybody? Anybody? 16. 8. Squirt won't be ready though. Okay, maybe that's not the right collection. I'll have to look and see what I can do here. I don't think I have many 8s left unless I go for a hyena. Ooh, Ed. He's 8 hours. He's 64,000 though, but if I leave him overnight tomorrow, then I can start fresh in the morning with my 24-hour thing so that it always times up a little bit better for me because, you know, I always find it's a little bit easier when it's in the morning when I'm maxing characters out and stuff. So it'll work out, but I'm thinking it'll be good. So yeah, looks like Coco is coming next, guys, based off of what we've seen. I'm really excited to see what DMK has to offer for next week, or this coming week even. We'll kind of see when they schedule their live stream. I'll try and make sure I do, obviously, a live stream recap where I'll have, obviously, the entire live stream. We'll recap it all together. My prediction video is still planning to go up tomorrow. Yeah, definitely need to do the Baby Kingdom because I haven't even started the leaderboard yet, which is a bit of a problem. Because I wouldn't mind getting the Princess and the Frog legendary chest. That would be useful. And I have a bunch of dialogue, new character. So I'm going to schedule that now for sure, because DMK's not going to post anything random on me. I'll try and go live for 8 on Swirly Pops. So that should give me enough time to do that and all of it. So yeah, super duper excited. And yes, Edlaff will come with Ed when he comes back into the kingdom. Yeah, need a little break to like clear my nose and my head and all that kind of stuff before we do the Baby Kingdom. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it can do with the Striking Gold. Might actually do okay. So if you guys enjoyed this live stream, as always, make sure you guys give it a big Mickey thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And if you haven't checked out Potter Girl, make sure you guys head over there, check that out, and subscribe as well. That would be absolutely fantastic if you guys could do that. Otherwise, I will make sure I post a video tomorrow for you guys and get a little bit of rest. I think I need it. And maybe get the Frozen key at the Disney store. Maybe I'll have some news to share with you. We'll see if it happens. I gotta wake up in the morning first. But we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. A special thank you to Elizabeth for the obviously very generous super chat today. I obviously appreciate that, and all of you guys that did it earlier. We had an amazing stream. So I'll keep you guys posted on Instagram with my progress and stuff with the prediction video. All right, bye guys.